recorded live at 4ZZZ Studios, Meanjin, Brisbane.
On 102.1 FM.
And broadcast across Australia on the Community Radio Network.
You're listening to Zed Games.
Zed Games brings you the best in gaming news, reviews, community and culture. Want to reach out?
Share your hot take?
Or do you just want to share your favourite game?
Find us on socials at Zed Games AU.
Hello. You're listening to Zed Games. My name is Zahra, and with me in the studio this episode is...
It's Caroline.
And...
Tom.
Woo! And how are we all doing this episode?
I'm good.
You're good?
Yeah.
Yeah, that was really
I'm
convincing.
feeling better.
Oh, that's good.
I had the plague for a brief moment.
Yep.
And felt like I was going to die. But on the plus side, I played a lot of Kingdom Come Deliverance too.
Oh my gosh, that's definitely a game to play while sick.
Yep.
Yeah. So you had the actual plague then. You were just like role playing.
I was. Yep.
Wow.
I was just in a fugue state in front of the computer for I think like 10 hours at a time.
That seems to sum up the experience I've heard about Kingdom Come Deliverance too. Are you having fun?
Yes.
That's good.
I've not played the first game. I knew nothing about it. I just saw some homoerotic art online. I'm like, hello?
Fair enough. Enough.
And immediately I understood when I started playing.
I see. Okay. That's ominous and intriguing. How about you, Tom? How are you doing?
I'm doing pretty good. I've been playing a lot of online games, which is something I don't usually do.
Yes.
One of them's going to come up a bit later in terms of...
content for the show?
Yeah, content for the show.
Foreshadowing.
And I've been fighting a lot. And there's going to be even more fighting because there's a new fighting game that also came out today.
Oh my gosh.
Ooh.
You got some battles ahead of you, Tom.
Lots of punching and kicking.
All right. Well. While we reflect on the battles that we must face in our everyday life, we are about to jump into the week in gaming news. This week in gaming news. Tom, kick it off.
This week in gaming news. Sorry, what was that first story again? I had it up.
Microsoft bringing the Xbox 360 games to...
Oh, yeah, this one's good.
Yeah.
According to a leaked document peeked upon by The Verge, Microsoft is working on bringing Xbox 360 games to, quote, Xbox PCs, the next generation of Xbox, Project Helix, and handheld hardware. So the timeline outlined in the document shows that the gradual rollout of the feature will occur between 2027 and 2028 across next-gen Xbox devices. So developers will be able to opt in to making their 360 games backwards compatible, as well as having control over the game's price and whether it's available on Game Pass or not. All of the work of getting the game working appears to be on Microsoft's end via their emulator. So they mentioned in the document that players can get a digital version of the game if they own a physical disc. So it ties the digital license to the disc itself, so that when the disc changes hands, so does the license. So the way that it works is when you put your disc inside your Xbox, it will make a digital copy of that game on your account, so you can play it without the disc essentially. And then, if you want to loan that disc to someone else and they put it in their Xbox, it removes it from your end.
And transfers to them.
Yes.
So you could potentially still sell your games.
Yeah, this is probably the best way you could probably do digital trading and physical copies. This is a rare win for Xbox. Right now.
Very rare.
This feels like a bit of a response to the whole PlayStation shenanigans. And I welcome it. I'm also, hesitant. But
it implies that the next Xbox, when it comes out, will probably have a physical disc slot, which is nice.
Yeah.
Or a peripheral that you could buy to put it in.
Honestly,
they wouldn't
I would
do that.
I don't think they would.
Could you imagine if a console did such a thing? That would be bonkers. Okay, moving on. Oh, Caroline, what's this next one?
Oh dear, it's a big one. Oh, sorry, my phone's gone
Is this the one with Electronic Arts being bought out by
Yes.
Saudi Arabia?
EA Games has been acquired by Saudi Arabia's public investment fund and investment firms Silver Lake and Affinity Partners, which was announced on September 29th, 2025, approved by stockholders on December 22nd, 2025, and finalized on August 4th, 2026.
Yep.
There was some long and flowery language about, the moment recognizes the extraordinary people whose creativity, ambition, and passion have made EA one of the world's leading interactive blah, 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 whatever. And guess what? There's already rumors about mass layoffs looming to add to the estimated 1,885 jobs that have already been cut from 2023 to 2026. As with this acquisition, EA has taken on around $20 billion worth of debt. And CEO Andrew Wilson has also appointed former EA Sports president Cam Weber as president and chief studios officer, with an internal message which included the phrase, "Every era of innovation expands what's possible. New technologies open new doors, but it's the creativity and ingenuity and courage of the teams that transform possibilities into unforgettable experiences," which reading in between the lines is another way of saying they're going down the AI route. A reading which is reinforced by Egon Durban, CEO and managing partner of Silver Lake.
Yep.
They say that, including what AI can do to enhance game development and player experience, blah, blah, blah. In other words, everything is awful.
Well, we're not everything. Xbox is doing the physical.
Well, everything with EA is awful.
No, it's awful because it means that now we have to buy an Xbox.
Oh, you're right. I didn't even think about that side of the coin. Drats.
Yeah.
Anyway, news nibbles.
Yay!
Okay, so, wow, this is huge. Xbox gets platinum trophies. So now, when you get all the achievements in the game, you can get a super special platinum trophy equivalent sometime later this year, because that's really what was missing. Pokepedia update has been released. 2.0 is out with a bunch of patches and quality of life features, separate to the paid Bubbly Basin DLC.
I'm excited about that.
That's always good. And Big Walk patchy. So some players have been finding that their friends' voices are too quiet in the game, and House is at work patching that little audio balance issue, which will be awesome, and we'll talk more about that later. And now for some upcoming game releases. So August 6th, which is today if you're listening live, we've got Sovereign Tower for the PC and Fields of Mystria also for the PC. It is coming out of early access. That's exciting. August 7th brings Restory for the PC and Pigeon, a love story for the PC. And August 11th brings, oh my goodness, The Elder Scrolls 4 Oblivion Remastered to the Switch too. Yippee!
I'd also like to mention that on August 7 we have Marvel Tokon Souls.
Oh!
That is releasing. That is the new Marvel fighting game made by Arc System Works, who made Dragon Ball.
I forgot that.
It's made by Dragon Ball Fighter Z devs.
Okay.
So it's going.
Yeah,
it looks
that's
really
right.
good and very exciting. Blade's in it, so that's cool.
Oh, sick! Okay,
And
okay.
also
You got
up
me.
on August 12th there is Agent 64 Spies Never Die, which is a game I'm very excited for. It is a throwback to GoldenEye and Perfect Dark.
Do you think they'll do the... No, we can't spend too much time on that. We'll talk about... I assume we'll hear about it once it comes out. But for now, that is it this week in gaming news. And I think it's time for us to take a little bit of a walkabout.
Ooh. Let's go for a walk. Let's get lost.
It's a big walk.
Not a small walk?
A big walk. Woo! Big Walk by House is out. And a few of us were lucky enough to get our hands on a review key and get to explore this this very cooperative multiplayer adventure game about teamwork, walking, and talking. So Big Walk is intended to be played with between 2 to 12 players. It's not a game you can play by yourself. You must have a friend, which is honestly just good hiking habits. And it is a game about going on a big walk through the Australian bush, coming across puzzles together and solving those puzzles to progress throughout the game.
As there are in the Australian bush.
Yes.
The way that I kind of describe the visuals is that the surrounding environment to you is very as close to realistic as they could get. Australian bushland, like it feels like you're going on a nice hike, a nice nature hike.
Yeah.
Whilst you and your friends are controlling these wonderfully coloured little abstract bird people with a visual indicator on them that shows that they are talking when they are talking.
Yeah.
And all of the structures in the environment I would describe as almost brutalist architecture with bold colouring, so they really stand out from the nature.
It's almost like Lego and Play-Doh in this really realistic, very detailed world. And like stylistically, it's kind of a bit jarring, but it is necessary and it works really, really well in Big Walk. So I guess let's talk a little bit about the mechanics, the talking, the communicating, and how do we communicate. So it is incredibly easy to get separated from each other. All it takes is to look in the wrong direction and the rest of the group has gone ahead without you.
Especially if you're playing with Paul, who likes to run off by himself.
Like immediately.
And it's not going to do anything. You can't solve puzzles by yourself, Paul. If you're listening, I know you're listening, Paul.
I know he's listening.
Stop running off by yourself. Wait for us.
But it's also easy enough to get separated even without deliberately going off on your own.
There's a day-night cycle.
There's a day-night cycle. It's very dark at night. And with like your verbal speech, this also applies to text speech, it is proximity based. So you can only hear each other if you're close to each other. And as you go away from each other, you get quieter and you get quieter until you can't hear each other anymore.
They put a lot of thought into how the proximity chat works. So it's not just distance, it's also the way you're facing and stuff, and if there's something in between you. So when we're all walking along the path together, there was two of us walking ahead of me. And I could see that they were having a conversation and could hear the vague muffling of it. But because they weren't facing me and they were about 5 meters away and they were talking at a regular conversation level, I couldn't really hear it. And it's similar to how you would actually experience that in real life.
Yeah, and even the speech will change depending on what space you're in. Like, I noticed that I could hear myself at one point, and it was because we were in sort of like a valley, and our voices were echoing in the space around us. Echo. It was so awesome, and like we can go on about like how the voice changes, but the audio experience of this game, the soundscape around you, how it all interacts with each other is so gorgeous. It is the sounds that I know I grew up hearing. Like, I know these birds that are cackling. You can hear like the sound of the wind. You can hear the waves like coming and going. You get like the sand.
Yeah, so there's a puzzle that was a maze that was on the sand that required us to work together and talk through portholes in the wall.
Yeah.
Which, by the way, you couldn't hear each other unless you poked your head through the hole in the wall and said, all right, you go there, I go here. Anyway, as we're walking along the sand, it's that dry white sand that has that sort of squeak under your feet. Yeah. And it was like, it just had that moment of like, they thought of a lot. They wanted you to feel really immersed in this sort of bushland area. And I think it lends to like the experience of exploring. So there's no danger in the game. There's no health bar, there's no fall damage, there's no bad entity. But there is a certain level of like, you do get a bit of anxiety at times when it's totally in the pitch black of night. You forgot to bring a torch.
Yeah.
You've gotten separated from everyone else, and there's not much you can do but either stumble in the dark or just sit and wait for the sun to rise as you listen to the bugs chirping of the night, the stream rolling by. But yeah, you just kind of eventually grow comfortable with it, and
Yeah, like there was this, I think the first night we played it, we were like, okay, let us head towards the water tower, and a lot of the structures you can see them sort of silhouetted against the night sky, and they have like the little indicator lights at the top for like drones and planes and stuff like that, and we're all like, let us head towards that tower. 5 seconds later we were all separated from each other. I don't know how we did it, so we went in the same direction and then we were not anywhere near each other, and we just sort of all like clambering around, and then just like about 10 minutes later, I, complete by chance, run into Paul. Like he dropped from the sky and I was like, hello?
He descended from the heavens.
And eventually we did find each other. But a lot of this game is about communicating when your ability to see each other is taken away, your ability to hear each other is taken away, or there's like a level of coordination that's necessary. Like, for example, you can pick up your friends. You can just pick each other up, and that becomes important at some point.
But we can't understate how much you need to kind of work together in this game.
Yeah.
For example, minor spoiler for the game. There is an item that we found at some point. As you walk around, you can hold one item in your hands, by the way.
Yes.
Whether that's a light, whether it's a walkie-talkie,
Oh,
or...
you can't dual wield?
No,
only
it's
one.
just...
Oh.
And you can also drop kick everything, which is really fun.
Very dangerous.
So it gets a bit tricky because you're finding keys to open up new areas and solve puzzles.
Yeah.
But as we were walking around, we found this little item that turned out to be a backpack. And we didn't even realize that until one of us picked up and accidentally clicked it onto someone else.
And it's just like,
And
oh my goodness.
Yeah, and it's so helpful because it means you can take two things with you. So you can put something in the backpack and then hold something in your hands. However, you can't reach behind your back and take things out of your own backpack. You need to have a friend that puts the thing in and out of your backpack. You can't even just stock up and be like, I'm going on my own.
Yeah.
As a matter of fact, there was a funny moment where once someone put a radio that we found that was playing some music into the backpack that Paul was wearing. And then Paul ran off by himself and got lost. And then he came back and he's like, hey guys, the music's really loud. Can you help me with this? So he was...
We're like, oh, it's because you're carrying a radio, Paul. Let me just...
Yeah.
And just turn it off.
Couldn't hear us calling out to him because he had the radio blasting behind him. And he couldn't do anything about it. But that's what he gets for running off on his own.
Exactly. But there's like so many different types of puzzles and so many different types of approaches to the puzzles. Like there was this one puzzle that Paul and I solved last night, and it was so simple. And when we realized what the solution might have been, we're like, hang on, is this game about like friendship and talking actually about friendship and talking? And turns out, yes, it was. And that was just such an awesome moment. And I think like this game is filled with really awesome moments like that when you solve the puzzle with your friends and you get that jump scare of the confetti noise, and the gourd is revealed. Don't worry, but the gourd will become important to you later.
Oh my god!
There are many gourds, but yeah, that's kind of a fun moment when like you've set off like the train of events where it's like, all right, I've passed off this part of the puzzle to someone else. I hope they've solved it because I know that they've got to pass it on to someone else and pass it on to someone else, and then you're just kind of waiting in anticipation and listening. And then you hear the confetti pop, and you're like, "Hey, there we go, we did it!"
Actually, one of the times when like I got separated from the rest of you at the middle of the night, I was able to spot you because I saw that little confetti go off at the top of the mountain, and I was like, and I was like, there, over there, and I just started scrambling that way, which is so much fun.
I have a couple of questions.
Yeah, go ahead.
Do the puzzles scale for however many people you have?
Yes. So,
ooh, interesting.
So the way that it works is like the world will persist with whoever hosts the world. And when you start your session, you can select basically the minimum amount of players that you all have throughout that session. So like,
I think it's 2, 3, and 4 or more.
yeah. I think that like it's totally doable with like 2 people, but it's a very different experience when you have 4 people. And I must imagine an incredible experience with 12 people.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, you could get so much done in that game if you had 12 people,
If you
or
had
very
12
little done.
I'm
yeah.
thinking very little.
I guess it depends on whether someone is a bit of a sheepdog.
Yeah. Who has the gourd?
Also,
but, yeah.
the day and night cycle. I'm
Yes.
guessing it's not like Animal Crossing where
No, it's not
tied
in
to
real time.
Okay.
I feel like it was in like 15 minute or 20-minute intervals.
Yeah, some of the more in-depth puzzles, we went through like an entire day cycle
Yeah.
just solving it.
Yeah.
But yeah, each area and structure that you find in the game has a light source that you can switch on and revisit. So
Yes.
if you're in the distance, you can almost follow the trail of lights that you've left on, which is pretty nice.
Yeah. Oh, we just had someone text in to say that they've been playing the game. It's a beautiful imagery of the Australian bush, and that they love the way that the game gently guides you through the beginning stages of the game, which I think it does a pretty good job, because there's kind of a lot to sort of get your head around. There's a lot of tools, there's a lot of arm movements in particular. There's a lot of coordination involved with that.
You can point, you can wave, you can
Sort of
stick
do a
your
T-pose.
Yeah. All very important.
Yeah,
Can
and
you
you
do
get
the YMCA?
In a way,
yes.
if you're creative
Amazing.
about it.
If you're
yes.
creative about it, you could probably do the Macarena. I was trying to do the Macarena. But like, what else? Like, there's a lot of games out there that are just kind of about, that have been described as friend slop.
Lethal Company, we're looking at you.
Yeah, which is not really a term I necessarily agree with. But this Big Walk is something else. Big Walk is really something else.
It's a friend gem.
It's a friend gem, and it's been so much fun. I'm really enjoying taking my time working my way through the puzzles. We know that there's an end to the game. There's a distinct story sort of form to the game.
Yeah, there's a sense of progression and there's something that we're working towards.
Yeah.
There's so many wow moments in the game.
So many.
That after we finished like not the first starting area, but the first set of puzzles, there was a door that opened and we walked into a structure and we all just went, oh okay.
Yeah.
Oh, I get it.
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
okay. Yeah, this is very cool.
This is sort of
and we don't
an-
want to spoil that for you.
Yeah, so much of the joy of the game is actually finding out about it yourself through like discovery and exploration and just plain old like just shenanigans. Because the person who runs off randomly does discover some things.
Yeah.
Um,
They can run back and be like, hey guys, this way.
yeah.
I need 3 people. So
It's an awesome game, and I really hope that everyone who's listening considers giving it a try. It can be hard to wrangle in a friend, but it is so worth it.
yeah.
So very worth it.
If you're gonna play it, and you have someone that lives in your home with you that also wants to play it, you
Other
will.
room.
Yeah, it's got to be the other room. Don't try and cheat it. If you try to use a Discord chat or anything like that the game warns you about, they ask you very politely not to use those things.
Yeah.
If you go without, if you ignore that, you're just robbing yourself of the best experience in the game.
Yeah, and I don't want to sound like pretentious or something, but playing in the spirit of the game is where the joy is. So give it a try.
That's
Big Walk.
Big Walk by Househound. They made Goose Game before this.
They made
Untitled Goose Game, yeah.
Yes, and that is
It's a great departure from
Big Walk.
what they did.
From waddling to walking.
Is there a honk button in this one?
There should be a cooey button. There should be a cooey button. There should be a cooey button.
No.
There isn't.
Your cooey button is within yourself.
That's amazing.
You can do your own cooey.
And
I'm
Tom,
hungry.
Oh, I'm hungry as well. I am hungry for a fighting game.
Cabbages!
He's not in the game.
Boom!
Cabbages!
My cabbages! Hey!
So, if you didn't know that, esoteric, reference. I'm reviewing Avatar Legends, the fighting game. Now, when I say Avatar Legends, I'm talking about the good Avatar, which is Avatar The Last Airbender.
Wow.
So, yeah, big call. But Avatar Legends, the fighting game, is, as it says, it's a fighting game. Similar to the Street Fighter, where it's a 1v1 character on a 2D plane. And its pace, I would say, is closer to a Marvel vs. Capcom, which is closer to a hyper fighting game. It is a very fast-paced 1v1 game. And the game looks fantastic.
Oh wow, it does.
The 2D animation is excellent. The game is developed by the Gameplay Group, who previously developed the legally distinct, not My Little Pony fighting game called Them's Fighting Hurts.
Hang on, I'm Googling this.
And that was a game that was way better than it had any right to be. But these guys have been working on this for years. This Avatar game, and they finally got it greenlit, and it's out. So, this game includes characters from both the Avatar The Last Airbender show and The Legend of Korra. And yeah, so it is a 3-button fighting game, and for those who don't know what that might mean, or 4-button fighting game, where you have a light, medium, and heavy attack, and this game has a special flow button, which is your stand-in for a parry button. It's your stand-in for you hold it down and press any of the other buttons, and it does your specials. And it's also your super cool movement button. So that's how you, when you're playing as Aang, you can fly around the arena. When you're playing as Katara, you kind of skate around on the water. So what I will say about this game, it is a mechanically dense fighting game. So if you are going to have any chance online, or even playing through the arcade mode, you're gonna want to hit that training mode and practice a little bit. Get used to it, especially if you haven't played any fighting games before, because this isn't necessarily for casual players. This is made with the game's longevity in the competitive scene in mind. So they want the best players playing this. They want people to practice it and get those cool combos going. Personally, at the moment, I've been practicing playing as Zuko and as Sokka, both very different characters. And what I will say is, when you're starting out, it's going to seem like you don't know what you're doing. But if you give it a bit of time, you're going to start getting those combos going. And what I will say about how they've developed this game is they went into it with the mind that unless you're playing against a top tier player, there are plenty of chances to get back in the game and keep fighting. But man, there's so many cool Avatar references, and they know the source material well. For example, Azula is a playable character. That's Zuko's crazy sister, who in the game has 2 different fighting styles. It is composed Azula and essentially unhinged Azula, where she's a lot more aggressive and less taunting. Now, when you choose your character, there are 3 different supports that you can choose from. Some are and they are just characters that we would be associated with them. And they give you different bonuses, such as better fireballs or better movement. Now, Azula, 2 of her supports, one of them is her mother in the mirror, that's in the broken mirror, which is when she reaches her unhinged mode in the show. So if you choose that, she starts in the unhinged mode. And then the another one that keeps her in the composed mode is Julie, who you will all know as the There's No War in Ba Sing Se lady, who's doing her best to hold it together and stay composed.
Oh, Judy.
So it's thematically appropriate that she's the one that's that's Azula staying composed. So they really...
That's so cool.
And when you play as Zuko, he has a secret. Oh, no, it's not a secret. He has a redemption meter. So as you play and do certain moves with him, he gets stronger. Even better, if you burn out and use all of your flow stuff, you get way more redemption points. So, like the show, Zuko needs to burn out a whole bunch before he gets good.
Wow.
So,
wow.
It's really cool. There is a bare bones story mode, which is maybe canon, but essentially it's they're in a dream world where everyone forgets where they are. But it's just an excuse to have themed matches and a reason for Korra to be there and fighting Toph. But yeah, what I will say is the game online, I've had even with my horrible Australian Wi-Fi has actually been really good. It's got rollback netcode for those in the know. I've only had 1 or 2 matches that have dropped. But if you are playing it, be humble, be ready to lose a bunch, unless you're just like super sick right out of the gates. But
I'm sick.
I've had long sets against other players online where I start losing every match, but by the end of like 10 matches, I've won 3 or so. Wow. So you kind of like, yeah, you'll get the hang of it. Otherwise, just look up cool combo videos online. This will be one to watch when EVO comes around next year, for sure.
Oh my god, that's crazy.
So that is Avatar Legends, the fighting game.
Really cool. And it sounds really cool.
Also, it's pretty easy to mash out a basic combo. So if you have a couple of friends and you're like, yeah, let's just play it, it's pretty good.
Nice.
Also, way cheaper if you buy it digitally than physically.
I like that.
As things should
Good.
be.
As
Good.
things should be.
Excellent. Alrighty, we're coming up to the end of the show for this episode, but don't worry, because we will be back next week. And we've also got something going on next week that I'm really excited to talk about. So on the 13th of August from 6 to 9 p.m, we will be taking over the Lost Souls Karaoke rooms at Netherworld yet again with another Indie Dev Night.
Indie Dev Night!
This one does take place during Radiothon, so to make things extra special, it's always really special. I just want to say it's always really special. We always have an amazing lineup of games by amazing developers. But to make it extra special, we will be having live music towards the end of the night. Esther Skyscraper will be joining us, and she's going to be playing some beats on her Game Boy.
That's so cool.
I know. And did I mention the Indie Dev Night? It's free. Free entry. The games are free. Sometimes the developers sell stickers and stuff.
That's not free.
That's not free, but like that's all right.
The vibes are free.
The vibes are free.
And there's a great lineup of games there.
Yes.
So some that I'm very, very excited to see later on.
Yeah. So some of these are already familiar to us, like Mozentum by stillzen.dev, a procedural grabbing, swinging, and momentum-based movement with the mechanics all wrapped in a stinky Australian-themed spiritual adventure aesthetic. And Untitled Frog Brawler by Biter will also be making an appearance, where you have to kill enemies that stuck a bomb in your chest.
Well, that's rude of them.
Yeah.
Every time you kill an enemy, it resets the clock, so
Yes.
just keep on punching.
Just keep punching, it's fine. There's also Doubtbound by Moontail Games, set out on an adventure to defeat the Mad Monarch, collecting powerful hex cards and battling dangerous encounters along the way. In this social deduction RPG, you're going to need to use your deduction skills because someone on your team is not helping. We've also got Super Robot Survivors by Jono and Pete, a survivor game with missions, not just survival, where every run is a chaotic 10-minute showdown. For a little bit of a change of pace, we've also got Pigs in a Row by James Orovich. Line up 3 pigs in a row of the same color to clear a chore off the to-do list and earn yourself a sweet treat. Speaking of sweet treats, Toil and Trouble by Disparity will also be there. Brew up some mischief in a witchy life sim with a small but troublesome difference. Oink oink. And we've also got another frog amphibian game, Super Pain Toad Carnage. Survivors like bullet heaven about eradicating the pain toads that have taken over the outback. And finally, we've even got a tabletop game. So we've got You'll Meet the Devil at a Crossroads by Mark Higgins. It is a tabletop story game where a major event or decision changes everything for the characters involved. Ooh. So, 13th of August, Thursday, 6 to 9 p.m. at Lost Souls in Netherworld. All these games are available for you to check out for free. Come have a chat with the developers. They're lovely people and they love feedback about their games. And also just like come check out and see what's getting made.
Break their games. They love it when you break their games.
They love it.
Tell them to put cheat codes in their games.
Yes, and make sure that the cheat codes is something like, I don't know, Zed rules or something like that. And we do also have another unique poster for the event, which features, to celebrate Radiothon, features a whole bunch of full Triple Z and gaming references. This one was designed by me, and all poster proceeds go towards 4 Triple Z so we can keep doing our thing. And
love doing our thing.
That is all next week on the 13th of August. I really, really hope to see you all there. It's always a lot of fun. It's always a vibe. But it is time for us to fare thee well. So, we'll see you all next week.
Goodbye.
Until then, take care.
Play games.
Have fun. Yes. And play a game. Bye.
Bye.
See ya.
Thanks for listening to Zed Games.
If you'd like to listen to more, you can find us on the Community Radio Plus app.
Or find us on socials at Zed Games AU.
See you next time.